This
Perfect.
conference will now be recorded.
Last class, we were talking about dynamic component. We have seen that whenever we create a component during a runtime environment, we use a concept called as dynamic component. Now today we will see the next called as dynamic components. That means whenever you want to create a set of component during a runtime environment, more than one, whenever you want to create a multiple components or set of components during a runtime environment, we call them as dynamic components. What is the command? The command is $a.create components. Now let me show you. Rupam @lt123.com, password crm1234 hash. Let me log into my Salesforce environment. Right? There we go. I'm logging into my Salesforce environment. Looks like Saturday, February 12th, between 8 to 8:05, there is a maintenance. Okay, got it. Right. I'm back to my Salesforce. There we go. Perfect. Now I click on my setup. I click on developer console. Right. There we go. I close all the dynamic component that we created yesterday, because today I'm going to create dynamic components. File, new, lightning component, lc underscore today's date 06 underscore 02 underscore example 1 underscore dynamic dynamic components s. I'm taking s as capital so that you can understand. I click on submit. Dynamic components. As usual, I will have a lightning button. Very simple. Lightning button. Lightning button. Right? Label equals to submit. Label equals to submit. Label equals to submit. Right? On click. On click, I want to call a function. Exclamation c dot call me. Exclamation c dot call me. Right? Perfect. Now I will say p tag, a paragraph. After a paragraph, I'm giving a b tag, a bold, and I'm saying set off ligh lightning component will appear below. Set of lightning component will appear below, and I will say what is that? V dot body. V dot body. V dot body. V dot body. There we go. I go ahead and write the call me. I go to the controller. I write the call me. There we go. Right. What you're going to do? Command is $a dot create components. $a dot create components. You remember that yesterday there were 3 parameters. Create component or components has 3 parameters, but here it is different. Right. Here, first parameter, square bracket, square bracket, square bracket, square bracket. Remember that. First parameter in the square bracket. Inside this square bracket 1, square bracket 2, square bracket 3, 3 further square brackets. Each one of them is single component. First, only two parameters. Create components has only two parameters. First, array of components. Second, comma, function. Function. F-U-N-C-T-I-O-N, function. This is the way you write the function. In this, you give a name, right? So many comp, so many comma, right? So many comp. Status, comma, error message. See, same yesterday structure, but here the structure is a little different. Yesterday, you have three parameter: component name, component attribute, and a function. Component name, component attribute, and a function. But now you have only two parameters: array of component and function. This is the structure of dynamic components. Structure of dynamic components. Anybody has any questions before I start writing the program? What do you want? Inside this square bracket, I will create the first component. What is the first component? Lightning input. Lightning, I-N-P-U-T. Lightning input, comma. In a curly bracket, all the attributes of the property. First one, aura ID. Aura ID. Aura ID. In a JSON format. What is that? I will say INP1, comma. Label. LABL label. Label equals to, what is the value? Enter. Employee name. That is a label will come. Type. Type equals to, what is that? Text with a comma. Control S, guys. Don't worry. Line number 10 has an error. 10 has an error. What is this? Or ID 10. 10 has an error. Label. Semicolon is not there. It's a comma. There we go. Control S. No error at all. Second component. See? Lightning input. L-I-G-H-T-N-I-N-G. Lightning. I-N-P-U-T input. Lightning input. Comma. In a curly bracket. Aura ID. Aura ID. Colon. What is that? INP2. INP2. Comma. Label is equals to what? Enter. Enter. EMPLOY. Employee age. AGH. Right? Enter. Employee age. Type. Type. Type equals to integer. Next, third one, comma, fourth one also. Oh, sorry. How many components you want? You have to increase like this. Yeah. What is the name of the component? Lightning input. Lightning input. What is this? lightning input. Then there is a curly bracket. Aura ID. ID. Colon. What is that? INP3. Next. Label. Label. What is that? Enter. Enter. EMPLOY employee. Date of birth. Type equals to type equals to date equals to date. 3 input are there. Now the fourth one. What is that? Lightning button. Lightning button. Comma. In a curly bracket. Aura ID. AURA. Aura ID. What is Aura ID? BTN1. This is Aura ID. Comma. Variant or label. Label equals to submit. Comma. Variant. Variant equals to success. Variant equals to success. Variant equals to success. Right? Variant equals to success. Now, whenever somebody clicks on it, on click, what should happen? Right? Component dot get reference. Component dot get referenc. Component dot get reference. And here you will write the function. Here you will write the function with c dot subme. With c dot subme. Where is that subme? Now I'm writing here. Comma, the next one. Subme. Here we go. From the top, copy this. Come and paste here.
Sir, 25th line comma is missing, sir.
Yes. 25th line comma is missing. Yep, perfect. Correct.
30th semicolon. Age also.
In the age
Input age
also,
also comma.
age also comma is missing. Very good. Anywhere comma is missing? No. Save. Line number 30, we have a problem. 30, right? It's not semicolon, it's comma. Control S. Save. Right? This error.
Components.
What is this? Gone.
Components.
Where components? Which line?
Yeah. Okay.
Line number 35.
Paina.
Line number 30?
It's a multiple components, right? Rupam, it's a multiple components. It's not a single component.
So I use components. This is S here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Line number 4, I have used S. Done? Anyone has any questions? This will not become S. Don't think.
Okay.
Mute. Right. Praveen, there's a lot of echo coming up from your system. You might be using a speaker phone or something, which is bouncing back. So this will be always component. It will never be S. $A.create components. Multiple components are created at a time. That is called as so many component. Now we will write the further program. Everything is same but little different. Here we have to write a loop. If status is equals to success. Suppose it's success. Then what will happen? Var body body get the body equals to components dot get component dot get what? In the component there is a variable called as v dot body. Bring it, store in body. Now in so many component there are three, so you have to say so many component. Oops, sorry, control Z. Here we go. So many component dot for each one by one. So many component dot for each one by one. What is that? I'm going to write a logic function. Inside this again I'm writing for 111 function. I'm writing function, and this is the way we write a function bracket and then a curly bracket. Here 11 will be called as item. For each 11, each one of them, INP1, INP2, INP3, BTN1 will be now known as item. Will be now known as item. There we go. Now I'm doing the further programming. What you will do? Body dot push what? One by one item. When this loop is run, this whole loop is run, right? When this loop is run, I will go ahead. Which loop? Where the loop is ending, right? So many this one, it's ending. Then after this ends, I will say component dot set. CMPUNENT component dot set. Set what? Set v dot body with body, on which I have pushed all the 4 components I pushed. Control S. Absolutely, there is no problem if I have not made anywhere a comma or a semicolon mistake. This is the way you write the whole program. Whatever the name you give, for each in this all the 4, 3 text, 1 button will be stored. Each one of them I'm loading it and I'm pushing it to the body. Finally, when all were pushed, right, this loop will run for all 4 things. 4 different component will be pushed inside the body, and that body I'm passing to your component body. Control S on the keyboard, right? See, component controller. Now I will call this in a, right? What is that question? Somebody has put some question. Why we are coming out of loop in case of component set? I didn't got it. I don't want to put the component set, right? Otherwise, what will happen if you put this inside the loop? Then it will override the same body. No, I'm preparing a body where each one, right? So many component 111. I created a body, var body. On that, I'm pushing one by one, and finally, when all the 4 are pushed, that body I'm setting it to v dot body. File, new, lightning application. Copy. I will say LA. Lightning application. Submit. I close the description. I go ahead and I paste it here and I say C colon. Here, extend equals to force dot SLDS. Force dot SLDS. Force dot SLDS. Control S on the keyboard. I click on preview. Hope that I have written everything well. There we go. Click on submit. See, at a time, enter employee name, enter age, enter date of birth, a calendar comes. All these components were dynamically created. They are not there in the page. In the page, I have only v.body. In this v.body, more than one component was pushed. Rupam, can I change this body to shoulder, leg, hand? No, you cannot. You see, dynamically a component is created, and that's so not one. At a time, 3 components got created. How many we created? 3. When you click on submit, nothing is happening because you want to capture the data. Yes. Whatever you want to do data now, you can do. Here is the submit. How to capture the data? Var nm equals to component component dot find. Component dot find. Find what? Right? Find dot get. Get what? V dot value. Find what? With an aura ID you can find. What is that aura ID? Input 1. Whatever you write in this. See, this is the way you will get the data. Everything in runtime. These are not stored in any variable. Directly with an aura ID or finding it. Dot. What was that? Age. Input 2. See. Now what do you want to do? Alert. Alert. The name entered is plus nm plus, and the age is plus ag, and the date of birth is, right, control C, input 3, I'll say db. Db stand for db date of birth plus, and the date of birth is plus db. See, all the data I captured. Now I'm going to display this. Right. I come here. I refresh the screen. I click on submit. Immediately component is created. Name Rupam. Employee age 37. Employee date of birth something I select. I click on submit. Immediately come. The name entered is Rupam and the age is 37 and the date of birth is 22/2/08. What was the data we captured? We are displaying it. Click OK. As usual, if you click once again submit, one more set will come. Every time the multiple set will come. How to handle it? I told you with a simple declaring a Boolean variable at a component, not as a controller. Not in the controller. In the component, you will declare a Boolean variable, set it to yes, call them in the controller, right? As soon as the value is yes, immediately write a if conditional statement and change the value to false, and then continue. So that this leakage will never happen. Rupam, how to kill the component? I want to remove this from the page. You can also clear the components in the page. Till here everyone is fine. How to create a dynamic components? Everyone is fine? Any questions anywhere?
Rupam, for calling the component also it is same, right? Instead of like we can call 2-3 components at a time, right?
Yeah, custom components also same.
Okay.
If you want to call custom components like greater of 3 number, account search, all right, or you might have created with some events, right? You can call them. You can call them. You don't need to create the event. Events are not required to be created. They will be automatically activated.
Okay. Okay.
Anyone, any other questions? Anyone has any other questions? All good? Shall I show you how to clear or how to kill the component? Now, after a button is created, I want to create one more button. Controls. I will say kill. Kill me. Kill me. Radiant equals to destructive. One button will come. I will say paragraph tag. I'm giving a gap. Control S on the keyboard. Kill me. I go to the controller. I write one more function called comma. Kill me. Kill me. See, what do you want to do? Here I want to kill a component where a equals to component.find. That's the reason our ID is important here. In dynamic component, our ID plays a vital role. Right? What do you want to find? You want to find INP1. Where a component dot find input one. Like this, find all. And then after finding, kill it. Just say a dot destroy. A dot, the command is destroy. DSTROY. Destroy. A dot destroy. Similarly, I will find B, B dot destroy. I'll find C, C dot destroy. Where B? You cannot destroy all at a time. You have to destroy only one by one at a time. Next, where? C. Input 3, C dot destroy. Where? One more. B. Component dot destroy what? D is button. What is a button? BTN1. See? Control S. Right? Line number 59. There's the error. 59. What is that?
Colon is missing.
Colon is
Where,
kill me.
Kill me.
where column?
Kill me colon.
Okay. Kill me colon. The structure is not bad. Okay. What happened?
Function
60.
not written.
Upright function.
Oh,
It's
I deleted the function. Sorry. There we go. Control S.
and
Now,
72 it is D dot destroy.
A, B, C, D. Okay. D dot destroy. Correct. D dot destroy. You find D, destroy D. You find C, destroy C. You find B. What is B? Input 2. It will find input 2. It will destroy it. The command is to destroy. Now you go ahead and see. I refresh my page. One red button also will come along with it. Submit and kill. I click on submit. It comes. Name Rupam. Age 37. Right? Date of birth something. I click submit. Wow, good. Now to kill it. Click kill. Gone. Immediately, the whole dynamic component got destroyed. It created on the sky. You entered the data. You did your job. Now you killed it on the sky itself. Simple. In the runtime, this is all happening. Hence, we call them as dynamic components. What is the need? Security. If you put the fields in the pages, anybody can see that field. Here, the fields are not seen on the pages. Here, the fields are not seen on the pages. They are all dynamically created in the runtime environment. They are all dynamically created in the runtime environment. Anybody has any questions? Anybody has any questions in the dynamic concept? What is the use? Where we use in the real time? Especially for credit card details, especially for entering one-time password. Immediately field will be created. You click on it, you click on submit, the field gone, data gone, everything gone. So whenever we want to have, right, any type of secure data capture in real time, we capture those using a dynamic components. The data is captured on the dynamically. Click on submit button. Immediately the data will be passed to the bank website and the components will be killed immediately. Anybody has any questions? Before I go to
Sir,
the
we have a multiple.
tell me.
Rupam, if we have a multiple submits and if we click on the kill button, will it be going to erase everything at a time or
Everything.
one by
Yes,
one?
that's correct. Everything at a time because it's the same instance, right? It is the same instance of it.
I
Right.
don't want to erase all at a time. If we have like 4 or 5 we have, and I wanted to erase only one particular submit, then how?
Then you have to create. Then you have to create a multiple copy of create components because finally, whether it's both, this two has same ID, right? ID is same. You're killing the ID. You're killing the ID, right? These fields are recognized by what? By ID. Even if the second one here you say Rupam, right, and here you say Ravi, RAVI, what is a Rupam or a Ravi, right? When I click on submit, right, what is that? Dynamic component get not found, right? It was not able to find, okay, because of the data. Then we have to make sure that if it's not null, then only you have to, give it. So all this validation you'll do. Now I'm entering something. I click on submit. What happened now? Right? Everything was correct, no? Get is not found. Subme, in the subme get function, get is not found. Right? Why get is not found? Submit. Let's go ahead and check. Right? What was it in subme, right? Input dot semicolon, right? AG name, right? So control S. Let us see why it's not able to find. Enter, right? Submit. Name RUPOM Rupam. Age something. Date of birth something. Submit. Okay, now it's there. Semicolon. I clicked on one more. Name Ravi. Age 444. Employee date of birth something. Click submit. Now what is happening? See, get is not a function, right? Second one, I'm getting an error, right? Get, right? Action failed. Dynamic component.find, get is not a function. By the way, everything is good. I click on submit. Now I both is giving the error because now there are two set is created, two IDs are created. System is confused which ID to get because IDs has to be unique. Now whether the name has to be what? This NM should contains what? because two instances of ID is created. IDs cannot be duplicated. Remember that. Now same INP1, INP2 is created. If that is the thing, that's exactly what I'm telling you. You have to create a one more instance of create one, and then you have to use same instance. With a single instance, you cannot. Clear? So you cannot, when you kill it, we are killing the ID. Kill, right? ID, there are multiple IDs out there now. Whenever there's a multiple ID, see, because now there is a multiple IDs, it doesn't know which ID to kill, because there are two IDs of same instance, but the ID is remaining. ID is not changing, right? So that is the reason you have to use a Boolean variable to make sure that you don't create more than one instance of it. If you're creating more than one instance of it, then I will definitely, the recommended and the only way is that you go ahead and create component twice, put the different IDs. Don't use same IDs. Then you can. And in one button itself, call the same thing if you want. Right? Rupam, in one button, it will be created twice. No, keep a counter. If you click the button once, set the variable to 1. Second time when you click, then it should come second time. Able to understand, or you want me to do? If you say you want me to do, I'll do it. Choice is yours. Remember that IDs has to be different. If you wanted two instances of the same thing to be created and later you want to kill only one instance, then question comes that which instance to be killed? How do you know? If you create 10 like this, I want the 7th one. How will you tell the 7th system that, hey, kill the 7th one, don't kill the 8th one? Then you should have some unique way to identify it, right? That is the reason ID has to be unique. Got it now? Yes or no?
Yes, Rupam.
Yes?
Yes,
Yeah, Rupam, can you click on the input and go for the inspect element and see the ID? We can able to see or not? Just
Yeah. 1 minute. Inspect lightning component.
no inspect.
Okay. Right click. I will just say inspect. Okay.
And select that input.
I select this control. You want to go where?
Here body. Just go for body. I think can you expand the body in top?
In the top right, expand the body. Okay. Oh, sorry. Expand.
Yeah. So if you select that any component, I think we can see that values, right? Or not?
Well, in an inspect, the value will come. Obviously, you can see that the values. Yes. Automatically the values will be seen because that is the way it's. This is the debugging tool.
Correct.
What do you want to
But
see? Tell me.
here,
You ask your question. Put the question directly.
actually, if you are using the dynamic thing, we can ignoring the securities because we have to when we are using this, we can secure and we have to even
Come to the
hackers
question. Come to the
won't
question,
be
sir.
see the records.
Sir,
Sorry,
come to the question, please. Come to the question.
but here it's not secure, right? We can see the data.
First of all, you cannot see the ID, right? You cannot just check whether you can see an ID anywhere. System will not show you the ID. What component it is, what ID it is. Second thing is that whatever the data that you're entering, right? I don't think that you'll be able to see. I don't think, only if you put a console.log, then only the data will be seen. Otherwise, the data also will not be seen.
You can do. I think we can. That's why I'm thinking.
Check it out. I mean, I have not checked it out, right?
Okay. Yeah,
I
I
have
will
not
check.
checked it out. Check it out. If you find the data, fine. Right? But IDs will not have IDs. See, you will not be able to dynamically locate. They will generate their own IDs. You can see ID is equals to aura error. That means it's not displaying, right? any component you click, right? I click on this component, right?
Actually, if we select that arrow and we can select that component, then we can see the elements here. Particular arrow in
Okay,
yes.
okay, fine. Here it is,
Yes, yes, correct.
right?
See, in the body level, I think we can see the ID text and everything.
Let me see.
When we click
Element.
on submit only, it will generate an ID, right?
Sorry.
Click on submit, then only it will generate an ID, right?
Okay, find it out. I mean, in case if you find it ID, show me then. Okay,
Sure.
right? Check it out. That's good. I mean, if you want to explore more, that's well and fine, right? In real time, right? The whole net summary is that, right? In real time, whenever you don't want to place a field directly, and it has to be created in runtime, we use dynamic component or components. Single field component, multiple field, set of field components. All the data entered are captured in the runtime. Then now you can pass it, you can process it, you can display the result, whatever you want to do, you can do it. Finally, once everything is over, you can call the kill function, destroy function. Whenever you go at id.destroy, it destroys. Remember one thing, you cannot have more than one IDs. ID has to be unique. If you want the same instance, then you have to create a multiple IDs. Create component has to be multiply created, right? Then you have to tell which ID to delete. If there are 3 instances, your brain wants to delete the second one. How the system will understand you want to delete the second instance of it? So you need to pass those ID for the delete, right? Based on that, now you can do anything whatever you want. Net to net, this is a structure of how we write dynamic components in real time, right? Anybody has any questions before I go to the next concept called as action overrides or method? Anybody wants to take a screenshot, or you'll take it from the video itself? Perfect. The next concept, write down action override bracket aura method. Action override bracket aura method. Action override bracket aura method. Write down aura method. Start writing. Right? Right? The process of controlling child controller. Process of controlling child controller by a parent is called action override. The process of controlling child controller by a parent is called action override, also known as aura method. Aura method. Now I'll show you a simple example. First in a diagram.
Could you
There is
please
one
repeat
application.
once again?
Sure, definitely. The process of controlling child controller, the process of controlling child controller by a parent is called aura method, or also called as action override. Is called action override bracket aura method. What is an aura method? When do you use it? What is the purpose? What is the difference between an aura method and a lightning event? Aura method versus component versus application event versus Aura method. Can you please explain? In which scenario we should use Aura method? In which scenario we should use lightning event? Now here I'm drawing the diagram. Understand the difference between all the three. Right? Application, parent component, child component, and the grandchild component. A, A1, C1, C11, C12. Oh, sorry, 111. Everyone is good. Now, if I have a button here and I click the button, an event will be fired. If it's a component event, who will receive it? Tell me.
A1.
Wrong. Who will receive it?
C1 and A1.
Correct. Be careful. Whenever it's a component event, C1 and then there's a sequence. A1 will receive it. Anyone else will receive? No. If it's an application event, so how it's moving? How it's moving? It's moving like this. It's moving like this. This is the arrow. It moves. Next, if it's an application event, tell me who will receive.
C111 first. Doing
First, who will
numbers.
receive? First, who will
C,
receive? Yes.
C111.
C111. Then
C11.
C11. Then
C1 and D.
C1. Then A1. This is the sequence. Now you see the arrow. Now you see the arrow. Whether it's an application, whether it's a component, the arrow is always up. Arrow is always up. Now, right, I want, whenever you click the button, I want C11 to receive the event only. Can you do that? I want, when you click the button, only orange should react. Can you do it? I don't want C111 to react. Right? Even though it wants to react, but it shouldn't be reacting. Can you stop it? Ardhamautunda leda? I create a button in yellow. I want only orange to react. There is, in event, there is no down arrow. It's always going up arrow, you see? It's going up. I want a down arrow like this. Where is the down arrow in Salesforce Lightning? There is no down arrow. Whether it's a component event, whether it's an application event, it's always towards the up direction. Events are always from lower to upper. It's always lower to upper. Always like a soda bottle, like a thumbs up bottle. From bubbles from the bottom of the bottle, the bubbles goes up. I want bubble to go up to down. From top to down, the bubble has to go. Where is that? It's not there. That is what is Aura method. Aura method is like this. Parent to child, child to grandchild, grandchild to great grandchild. It always goes down. Event always goes up. Whether it's an application, whether it's a component event, they always goes up in the hierarchy. They always goes up in the component hierarchy. You clicked a button in yellow, white reacted, then the orange reacted, then the yellow reacted, then the green reacted. See, from lower to up you're going. You created a component event, yellow reacted, right? Yellow reacted, and then green reacted. There also you see bottom to up. Where in Salesforce you have up to bottom, it's not there. And this piece is called aura method. That is the difference between a event and an aura method. A event always goes up. It's a bubbling. Event is always bubbling. Event is always bubbling.
Sir,
Whereas,
can we, sorry, sir, can we call the aura method as a inheritance?
yes, aura method or action overrides. Action override. Aura method called inheritance. Everybody is able to understand. Oh shit. Okay, gone. I can't. Aura method, M-A-T-H-O-D method. Aura method. It is always downwards. Inheritance always upwards. That is the difference between an inheritance. That is the difference between an inheritance, or I can say aura method, versus event. Otherwise, everything is same. There also you can pass behavior. Here also you can pass behavior. There also you can pass attribute. Here also you can pass attribute. When you click, child will react. There is a message in the parent, I can pass it to the child. There's a message in the parent, I can pass in the child. Child will display. Child will display. Child will display. Clear now? Difference between an event and an action override or an aura method? Everyone, before I start doing the programming? Before I start doing the programming?
Yes, sir.
Right? Perfect. What I'm going to do, paint. Paint. Let me open. Application. Application. Component. Another component. This is what I'm going to do today now. Application, component, and the another component. Here I want to enter the details, right? EMPLOY, employ, DETALS, employee details, bold, underline, something. Now I will say employee name. Name. I'm taking some simple examples so that you understand the core concept. Employee, EMPLOY, employee age, EMPLOYE, employee date of birth. Employee date of birth. I have a field. I have a field. And there is a button here. Submit. Whenever you click the button, I want here EMPLOY employee details. Where this child, I'm entering the data in the parent, I'm getting in the child. Employee name. Employee age. Employee DOB, date of birth. This is what we want. Whenever I click the button, child should receive. Suppose there is one more child, he shouldn't receive. This pink is inside the white, he shouldn't receive it. But if it's an application event, he will receive. Pink will receive. I don't want the values to go to the pink. You can't restrict it. If somebody has put a dish antenna, he will receive the signal. As simple as that. You cannot stop a cut one signal anywhere in application. If it's a component, then if you click a button in yellow, green will get. If I click on submit in an application, then pink will receive first and then white. But that is not my purpose. My purpose is whenever the yellow button is clicked, immediately white should receive, not the pink. Is there any way? You cannot use event. In such case, we will use Aura method. Aura method always flows from parent to child, up to down, not down to up. That is the importance of Aura method. And let's do this. We will do this now. Right? Perfect. Let's close everything. File, close all. Keep hearing this concept, because next I will go to the interface next week where I'll use this. So today I'm creating lightning component. LC underscore today's date 0602 underscore example 1 example 2 underscore, right? What I will say, aura method, aura method. Press enter. Submit. I should have said child. Okay, perfect, no problem. Remember that this is a child. In the parent, I will say underscore parent, aura method underscore parent. So this is aura method is a child. Always, right? Question is that, right? Who is the child? Child will display, and parent will send the data. Control, name, right? Age, right? Name, age, date of birth has to come from where? From the parent. Child has to display. That means child is been controlled by the parent, right? Now I will declare attribute aura. This is a child, by the way. Aura. Yes, any question?
Sir, actually, in always because I have read in Google, in Aura method is always saying that it will call the controller, client-side controller,
Yes.
not
Yes.
for the child.
Child client-side controller it will call. That is what I said. I gave you the definition, exactly same thing. If you read the definition, what I gave, process of controlling child controller by a parent component. See the definition? That's exactly what I gave you.
Got it. So in parent level, when we call a child, then we can use the Aura method.
Parent to child. That's exactly what I'm showing in the diagram also. Parent is yellow, white is the child. Parent is controlling. When you click a button here, child has to show the data. How it will show the data? Through a controller only. Component.set. Data cannot be passed to the component directly. You have to pass through controller only. That means the parent is controlling the control of the child. Same thing, whatever you're reading. What is the difference? Am I teaching something different then?
No,
Perfect.
no. Now I'm getting actually.
Right.
Thank you.
Aura attribute. That is the reason reading versus doing practical is quite different, right? So aura attribute, name equals to child, C, EMP name. Remember that C stands for child EMP name. Type typ type equals to string, equals to string string. How many values are there? You're passing 3 values. How many values are passing? You're passing 3 values, right? C, EMP age. What I'm passing? I'm passing an integer. C, right? C, EMP, right? EMP what? Date of birth. DOB. CEMP, day of birth. What type of data it is? Type date. Type date. Control S. Date. I'm passing a date. String integer date. Perfect. Whatever this value is there, I will say lightning card. LIGHT lightning. LIGHT lightning card. Title equals to EMPLOY employee details. Employee details. First, EMPLOY employee name. I want it in a bold tag. B, employee name. Control X, inside this I'm placing. Where is the name? Whatever is there in that attribute. Which attribute? Exclamation V dot CEMP name. From where it's coming, it will come from the parent. Control C, Control V, Control V. Bold. Employee age. From where? Whatever is the value is here. Next, employee date of birth. From where? Here it is. That's it. There's a card. From wherever you pass this value to here, whether you're passing from an event, whether you're passing from an Aura method, it doesn't care. It will display the data. That's it. Now, I want this child. This is a child. It should get the data from parent. Here I will use a new command today you'll be learning called as Aura method. AURA or Aura method. Aura method. Name equals to. You have to give a name to the method. Name equals to. Name equals to. SHOW show EMPDT. Name of the method is show employee details. Show employee EMPDT. Whenever somebody is calling this method, action, ACTION, action equals to exclamation, right? Exclamation C dot show me. SHOW show me. Now I will take show me. I will go to the controller of the child. It got stuck. I don't know what. So let's wait. There we go. Oh, that's okay. I go ahead and I give show me. Control S. There's nothing here now. Right? I have to pass 3 values inside the method. There should be some source. Whenever calling a method, you declare a method variable, instance variable of a method, same thing I'm doing. I'm creating all the 3 variable again here. All the 3 variable I'm creating. But here I will say M method. M. Remember that M stand for method. Method employee name, right? Method employee age, method employee date of birth. Method employee date of birth. Right? You can see that. Everywhere I'll be using this variable. That's the reason I'm giving different name to the variable so that you guys don't get confused. Inside the method also there are 3 attributes. Here M. Here M. Here M. Here M. Whereas child component is C. 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 Perfect. Control S. As of now, I'm closing the method also. I'm creating one more component. File, new, lightning component. I will say underscore parent. Underscore parent. I say submit. Now, First thing, whenever it's a parent, right, here I'll be entering the data. To make it parent, I need to call the child. C:, file, new component. I'm copying the name. Control C. Close it. Here we go. The word parent I'm removing. See, I'm calling the child. If I call the child in the parent, then only it will become a parent. Now, in the parent also, I need to capture the data. So I'm copying this attribute. So many attributes are coming up now. Not to make you confuse, in the parent, I will say P EMP name, parent EMP name, P EMPH, P employee date of birth. Now I will have a lightning card. LIGHTNING lightning card. Title. Title equals to, what is this? I will say EMPLOY employee, right? DAT data entry. Inside this, I will have a lightning input. LIGHTNING lightning. INPUT input. Label. Label equals to enter. Employee name. Whatever you enter here, it has to go to the value. VLU value equals to exclamation V dot. Here is the attribute. Like this, there are three. Three inputs has to be there. 1, 2, 3. Employee, enter the age. Enter DOB. Enter DOB. Whatever you go, you have to go to the age. Whatever you enter in the date of birth, it has to go to the date of birth. And then I want a button. Aura set attribute equals to action. Right there, I want a button. Lightning button. Lightning button. Label equals to submit. Variant equals to brand. Blue button will come. Icon name equals to what? UTILITY utility : bug. I know this very well, so bug. On click, you can change anything. CLICK. On click equals to exclamation C dot. What is this? Call me. My page creation is over where I can enter the data. Now I go to the call me. I write a call me function. I'm in the parent. Remember that the parent will be controlling the child. Perfect. First, let us get the data. Var nm equals to components dot get. I'm writing fast, so I might make a mistake. V dot employee parent employee. Like this, there are three data we captured, so three variables I'll declare. Name, AG, right, and finally DOB. Whatever is there in the age, get inside the controller. Whatever you have captured and stored in the variable, get inside the controller in the attribute. Got it. Now it is a time for you to pass it to the child. How to pass it to the child? In the parent, how will you recognize the child is a question. In the parent, how will you recognize the child? Right, here is the child. Child component. Use aura ID. Aura ID equals to child child CMP. ID is child comp. Anything? Controllers. Now come here. In the parent, I'm in the parent itself. In the parent, I've called the child and I assigned an ID. Because one parent can have multiple child. There could be another child you can call. Same data, I can pass it to two components. Two components. Multiple components also I can pass. Right? So it is ID has to be unique. IDs has to be unique. Child comp. Now I come here. Now what I do, right? What I do, I go ahead and I say var child component CP is equals to get the component. How do you get a component here? Right? Component dot find, because our ID is always find. CMPONENT component dot find. Find. Component dot find what? What is the our ID you gave? I gave child component is the ID that I mentioned there. And that is called CP. Now directly go ahead and call method class name, component name, CP dot method name. What was the method? My method name was show EMP detail. That's the aura method. And the name I gave is show EMP detail. Directly call in the parent. Right? Like this. And then pass the value. And then pass the value. First parameter, you have to go by the sequence. First parameter is EMP name. So NM, comma. Second parameter, AG. Third parameter, date of birth. Third parameter, date of birth. See, CP dot method. CP is the child component dot name dot method name. That's it. My work is over here. My work is over here. I captured the data in the parent. I got in the parent controller. I called the child component in the parent component. I assigned an ID with an ID. I'm calling and I'm finding that in my controller. With the controller, once I find it, I'm calling the method and I'm passing the variable to the method. Immediately, NM will go to where? EMP name. AG will go to employee age. DOB will go to EMP DOB. And immediately the show me will be called. Now I'm in the child. Show me. The child has to read the data. Where PARAMS params, you can give any name, equals to event.getParam. Method is same. Whenever you're getting a parent from an event, whether it's a method, it's the same command. Dot get PARAM. Get param. Get param. Where is the parameter? There are more than one. It's argument. Keyword. ARGUMENTS. Argument is a keyword. You cannot use anything else. If you use anything else, it will not come. Remember that argument is a keyword. Argument is a keyword. Argument is a keyword. Argument is a keyword. That means this line is always, this line cannot be changed anytime in your life. You can, in the place of param, you can say Shilpa Shetty. The data will be passed to Shilpa Shetty. That's okay. Or Shilpa. Where Shilpa equals to event.get param arguments. You cannot change it. What spelling I'm writing? ARGUMENTS arguments. You cannot change it. Now, this will contain 3 data. Name, age, date of birth is passed to params. From the param, take one by one out. Where NNN is equals to params dot. It has been passed to this M name. It has been passed to the M name. Where AAA age is passed, you can take anything, it's a variable. Params dot in the method that is stored in MEMPH dot with a dot you'll say. Third one, where DDD date of birth equals to params dot in the method it is called EMP date of birth. There we go. Once the data is captured in the child, now it is to pass it. COMPONENT component dot set. Set what? Set v dot C EMP child variable is there, method variable. So whatever I got it from the method variable NNN, that I'm passing it to the component variable. And that is what has been displayed. Control C. Control V, Control V. Second attribute, C dot employee age. Put with AA. Pass the variable AA. That C dot date of birth. Right? Date of birth might create a problem, so that's okay. If it then we will date functions will be seen towards the last. DDD. There we go. Control S. Over, guys. I'm saving everything. Let it save. Let's see whether we get an error anywhere or not. Saved. So to get from the method, you have to use get param argument. In the argument, it will be stored. It will be stored. In the argument, there are array, right? Mem name. These are the method variable name that I'm passing to mmm AADDD, and that in turn I'm setting it to the component variable. Here it is, and that is what is displayed in my employee details card. Control S everywhere. In other words, I can say save all. Now it is the time for me to create an application. File, new, Lightning application. I'll copy this name, right? I'll copy this name. I will say LA. I'll say submit. I go ahead and I call the component C colon, the parent component I've got. Extend force SLDS. Force SLDS. I click on preview. There we go. Oh, see, this is all coming. We have to give a paragraph tag. Let's come here. After each one of them, I have to give a paragraph tag. P tag. Control C. Paragraph. Control C, paragraph. Control S. Now you come and refresh the component. See, I'll be entering in the parent, but I'll be receiving in the child. Employee data entry, name, Rupam, CHAKRABORTY, age 37, date of birth. I should have taken type. Okay, I'm leaving it. I click on submit. See, whatever I left blank, it's left blank. I entered the data in the parent. I click submit in a parent, but child is receiving, you see. Child is receiving the data.
Rupam, if I want to display in data table, something like that, how to pass that
The same
parameter?
thing. Same thing. Come on now. You want to display in a data table, then go ahead. Right? Data table command. Create an array. Array of what? Array of name, comma age, comma date of birth. By the way, we are adding only one. If you click on submit, I want to keep on adding. You remember? We did that, right? You're adding account name, phone, fax. You click on add and table comes right there in the data table. That is what I did there. Submit and it keeps on adding in the table. Dell, Wipro, HCL. Go ahead and see. Same thing. There I showed with a component. There I entered in the child and parent was receiving. Now it's opposite. I'm entering the parent, child is receiving. There, if in the component event also I did the same thing. There I said account, account name, phone, fax. There I took account. You click submit, Dell, it gets added in the table. You Wipro, it gets added in the table. Right? Something, HCL, that adds in the table. In component also we did the same thing. But there you entered in the child, parent received it. But here you entered in the parent, child received it. It's opposite. The flow is opposite. That's it. Guys, everybody is able to understand our method. Yes or no? Because I'm going to give you homework now on this. Whenever you want to pass from a parent to a child, whenever you are passing a data from a parent to a child, we use what? Aura method. Whenever you want to pass a data from a parent to a child, see Rupam, this can be done in component. Yes. In component, you'll put the child on the top and right, and then the parent, because it will flow from child to parent. But here it's flowing from parent to child. Now homework. Paint. Anybody has any questions? You have to do this. You have to do this. I'll give a simple homework first. Boxes are format. Space is not sufficient. Okay. Okay. This is the application. A1. This is the component. C1. C11. Oh, sorry. C11. C111. Parent. I'm entering yellow. Child, I'm giving blue, and then white. All three components are here. Here, same homework I'm giving. Employee details. Wait. Employee details. DETILS. Yeah. EMPLOY. Employee. Additional details. And finally, complete EMPLOY. Employee details. Total, there are three components. Array. Right. Perfect. Here, employee name. Here, EMPLOY. Employee age. Employee name, employee age. Here, employee PAN. EMPLOY. Employee AADHAR. Aadhaar. There is a input form. There is a input form. There is an input form. By the way, sorry. Okay. Wait. Employee. Wait. Employee Aadhaar. Employee Aadhaar. Here there's a button submit. SUBMIT. Here's a button submit. I can do it two ways. I'll give you both. You choose whichever you want to do. There's another button, submit. Here, EMPLO, EMP name, EMP, EMP age. Here, EMP name, EMP age, EMP PAN, EMP Aadhaar. Okay. If I push it, it's going down. So let me try to put it like this. Okay. There we go. This is how it should look. For example, I come and enter the data. Employee name, Rupam. Age, 37. I click on submit. Immediately it should show Rupam. Rupam, 37. Including this, two components. Rupam, 37. Suppose you enter the PAN later. PAN, AF, WPC, something. Here the PAN has to come. After you click the submit button, right? APF, WPC, 798. Aadhaar, 1, 2, 3, 4, you enter. Here system should show 1, 2, 3, 4, like this. When you click the submit, data from the parent will should be there, or Rupam, and additional data that you entered in the blue has to be displayed in white. White is displaying the data from both yellow and blue in simple word. Rupam, in the blue we will not have a button. Chalo, we'll do that. If you want, in the blue, let's not have a button. Button is gone. Let's say that it's not there. I click a button in yellow. Here only I click a button. Then from yellow and from blue, the data has to go to the white. Either with a 1 button or with a 2 button, your wish. Able to understand the homework. Able to understand the homework. I don't want white to receive the data first. First, the blue has to receive. You cannot use component event or you cannot use application event. The only now way is that to do with Aura method. You have to use Aura method here. And you have to do this. Aura method. Everybody clear? Everybody clear with the homework?
Yes, Rupam.
Yes, Rupam.
Right. Then you will understand why I cannot use event. I don't want blue to receive first. I'll give you the sequence also. Who has to receive first? First, it has to be received by 1 and then 2. Any event will support this. If you enter in yellow, if you take component event, green will receive, but I don't want green to receive. If you take application, then who will receive first? White will receive first. But in my ranking, white is second. White shouldn't receive first. First, the blue has to receive. So you cannot achieve this requirement using Aura lightning event with attributes. You cannot. You have to do it with Aura method with attribute. You have to do this with Aura method with attribute. Difference between Aura method and an event. My diagram is only flowing down, but in a sequential. You can do it only with Aura method. You cannot do it anything else. Clear, everyone? Anyone has any questions in this concept? Next, I'm going to give you dynamic component homework. Then I'm going to give you dynamic component homework. Everybody clear? Using Aura method.
Sir, as we use Aura method, dynamic components for a security purpose, and where we use this?
Whenever you want a parent to pass the data or a control to the child. Whenever the parent is controlling the child, you hit a button in parent and the child will be controlled. Wherever you have the situation, you use it. For example, mostly real-time example, anything basic, filling form and displaying a form. Filling a form in a passport seva kendra, you fill the form, they will click submit, and immediately one summary will come and they will ask you to check it. Check, madam, check kar lijiye, data sahi hai nahi hai. Please check, ma'am, whether your data is entered correctly or not before I hit the save button. In the child, you'll have a save button. In the parent, you'll have a submit button. That means in the parent, you are filling the data. In the child, you are displaying the data, and then you have a submit button, save button. In the child, you'll have a save button. In the parent, you'll have submit button. So before I hit the save button, madam, please check it, whether your data is correct. In such case, we use it. From parent component to a child component, data movement. From the child component, now I will save it to the database. Second homework on this only, same thing. Second homework. Homework 2. I'm drawing the diagram here itself. Same thing. Let's do it. Let's do it. You have a component, right? And finally, there's a one more component. There we go. Once again, I'm giving one more homework in Aura method. Oh, sorry. Always our application is green, no? Application. Then there is a parent component and white such. In the parent, I will say account details, account. Put an icon, put an account icon, right? Put an icon, right? Whatever it is. Sorry. Okay, put icon, right? Next, name. Phone. Fax. That's enough. Only 3 fields. You can add more fields because I don't have a place, so I'm adding only 3 fields. Here, name will be entered. Here, phone will be entered. Here, fax will be entered. And you will have only a button called submit, not save. Submit. As soon as you click the submit button, immediately the data has to be displayed in the child. This is a submit button. The data has to be displayed in the child. ACCOU account creations. Name. Name. Phone. Fax. And then a button called save. Here I'll have a save button. Right? I'll have a save button. Save. In this I'll have a save. Right? Save button. Whatever the name, now a data entry operator comes, enters the name, account name. Account name. ACC Cement. Phone number 4545455. Fax number 6767. As soon as he hits submit, immediately come here. Account name ACC Cements. Right. Phone number 45455. Fax number 6767. When he hits save, it has to go and save to the database. Two ways you can do that. Number one, using server-side controller, using LDS. This requires saving can be done in two ways. Server-side controller or Lightning Data Service programmatically. Insert. New record, insert. Here you can create
Sir, your voice is going low, sir.
Sorry? It's good now? So,
Sir, your voice is low, sir.
should be good now.
Yes, sir.
Right? Right. You can do in two ways. One with a server-side controller, one with a LDS, Lightning Data Service. Not form-based, programming-based. When you hit the save button, the data can be saved in two ways. One, you write a server-side controller. There are 4 steps to it, if you remember. And other, LDS. Use LDS. I want you to use LDS, not server-side controllers. And do this homework. Both are Aura method. You see, from the parent, it's going to the child. In the child, you have a save button. When you hit the save, child will go ahead and call LDS. Everyone clear? Everyone clear? Everyone clear? Through LDS, we created an account, if you remember.
Okay.
Right? After you hit the save button, right, it should divert to an account page, account home page. It should give a pop-up, account created successfully. And then it should take me to the account home page. Navigation, last class we have seen that. See, in a single requirement, I'm giving everything. This is how all the data entry works actually done. Whenever you have a customer to see the data entry, go to the Passport Seva Kendra. They will also show you like this. They will fill the form and they will say, madam, please check it before we click submit. You go and read everything. Avunu, correct. Check jiskondi. Then he will submit and then save. Save will, right? They cannot change it. That's it. This is the way you will design the form. Clear, everyone? Now the next one for dynamic component. Dynamic components. Homework. Those who want to take a screenshot for this homework, please take it. Aura method homework. Please take the screenshot. Do this, guys. Do this. These will give in real time. These examples will come like this, similar, same thing. Don't think that I'm giving you dummies. Scenario is same. The only thing is that sometimes I'm giving employee name, age, but there in the place of now, you see, in the same page, in the same format, I can do the account also. Account details. Yellow, enter half. Next, in the blue one, enter half. In the white one, show all and then save. In the white one, I can put a save button. In the first homework one, I can insert a save button here. Oh, sorry. A save button here. See, same thing what I'm doing in homework 2, I can do in homework 1 also. In the place of employee, I can use account, or I can say contact. Contact details, contact name, contact age, contact PAN, contact Aadhaar. In the table, go ahead and create a custom field called PAN and Aadhaar and do it. Situation is same. Whether it's employee, whether it's a contact, whether it's a passenger, whether it's a patient, it's all the same. Right? Now next, dynamic component. Dynamic component. Dynamic component. Dynamic component. What is this? Dynamic component. Keep watching. I'll give you a very good example and you have to do this. Right? So, yeah. Yeah. Let me go ahead. Right? I'm giving you Flipkart. Product selection. Product selection. Right? I'll give you Flipkart product selection. Right? Keep watching. Name. Right? Name. Right? Quantity. Quantity. Price. This will be in the page. This is not a dynamic component. Let me tell you what is dynamic component here. Dynamic component. There's a button called add. 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 When you click on add, I want a button icon here. Cart. Put a cart. C-A-R-T. Cart. When you click this button, add, if there is no product, this cart shouldn't appear. Cart button, an icon. I'm writing a button, but actually go to the icon, look for an appropriate icon. I don't know what is an appropriate icon. So here in a paint, I'm just giving an icon, cart. This button shouldn't be appearing. This is a dynamic button. In other words, let me draw all the dynamic component in a different color. Everybody is able to understand. This is a dynamic component, cart. When you add the product, it should show cart. You should show cart. In front of the cart, okay, I'll not make your life more complex. This should show 1, 2, 3. How many times you're adding the product? Here there should be another button, clear. Not dynamic, black, clear. If you want to do this, see, clear. You can clear, you can add the second product. Fill the product, add second. The cart should show number 1, 2, 3, 4. How many times you're adding? It should show like this. Where you want to place it, your wish. Now, cart. It should show this button. When I click this button, immediately I should be able to see. I should be able to see, right? I should be able to see a table or in a tile format. In a tile format like this, it should show me. And here there should be a button called order. All these are dynamic. Order. Here, whatever the two products you added, it should show the name of the product. Name. Right? Whatever you added. REL, Realme, M9. Right? Realme, M9. Quantity. QTY. QTY. I don't have a space, so 02. Price. Right? Total price. Into 2 you have to do and show me. Not unit price. 30,000. For example, 50,000. Then it should show 30,000 rupees. Second product. Name equals to MI. MI 32-inch TV. Quantity. quantity is equals to 0, 1. Price equals to, right, 49,999 something. All this has to be dynamically created. Anything which is in blue has to be dynamically created, right? Clear cart. This is cart. Heading is cart. This is the cart. C-A-R-T. Cart. I should have order, or I should have one more button called clear cart. If it's clear cart, all this component has to, all these things that you have written has to be destroyed. Clear cart. Clear cart button. There is a clear cart button. And right, if you clear the cart, immediately this will go and the number should change to 0. There's nothing in the cart. Clear cart. Number should change to 0. Right? I want this to be created. I can make your life more complex, but I'm not making it. Right? This is how you have to create with a dynamic component. I want cart to be created dynamically. Dynamic components. When you click on order, it will go and it will open another component dynamically where you can have a payment details. I'm not going there also. It can go to the payment screen where you can enter the credit card details. Payment. Here, you can have card name of the card holder. Right? Card number. CCV. Expiry details. Something. All these things you'll do. Right? All dynamically. Nothing design. It has to all dynamic creation. When you click on submit, here there's a submit button. Pay. I'll create a button called pay. Pay. You can give bank choice and everything. All these things you can do. Click on pay and it'll transfer the data that you entered here to the bank website, to that endpoint URL. It'll push the data, card number, card details and everything, right? And automatically the bank site is online.sbi.com/something. Card number is this. They will give you that. They will give you an endpoint URL. What is the URL? What are the parameters to pass? Just pass it. Call the URL. Immediately one page will open. URL will be called, and immediately ask. Bank will take care now. Bank will open the login page. You will enter the login. Click next. That is bank headache, not my headache. I will not develop that page. I click on, right? They will say OTP received. You'll receive. You'll click on submit. Bank will give me a response. Endpoint URL will have a request and response. In the response, I'll get an approval ID, and that approval ID I'll store in my database. Everything, card number, card details, CCV, I'm capturing where? In the sky. Dynamic component. Clear? Everyone? Anybody has any questions? Everybody clear with the homework? Getting a fair idea? Yes.
Yes, Rupam.
Try to do it. Spend your time. It's worth enough. Don't think it's waste. It's really worth enough to spend time on this. You'll get a lot of exposures. You'll get a lot of thinkings. Have doubt, come to me. I'm here to help you. Right? Perfect. All good?
So just one thing.
Tell me.
Sir, actually, we have not received the integration videos till now. So, sir, can you
I
check
heard
with
that.
that?
Who didn't receive? I heard only the DevLabs people have not received. Are you from DevLabs?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I was about to come there. Wait. Right? Everyone good with the lightning? Yes.
Hi,
That's it,
Rupam.
guys? Yes, tell me. Mhm.
If cart have no items means this star and cart 2 is there now. It should be disabled. How we can do that?
Don't even show, not disable. Kill it.
Kill it. Okay.
Kill it. I'm saying kill it. As of now, kill it. If you want to
Just
disable, okay, disable. If you want to
yes.
disable, hide, see this cart, right? If this cart, you just want that if there is no number, write a function. If you click the cart, nothing will happen, right? Go to the button icon. You have a disable option is there. You can set a parameters, right?
Can you show me on a link?
Yeah.
This is
One minute.
sorry. Why means
Lightning.
this is one of the requirement. When the link is there, the data, the success message was passed. Boolean variable equal to false. That link should not be displayed. Like here,
Aura if.
Looker
Aura
console.
if. Use aura if. Aura if. Aura if. Whenever you want to hide something, we use aura if button. Whenever you want to hide something, we use aura if. Aura if. That is what we use. Aura if.
Okay.
Right? For example, let me show you. Right? Aura if. This is the command. Aura if. Did I show you any time? Anyone? Or this is the first time I'm doing it?
This is the
No,
first
sir.
time.
Okay. Whenever you want to hide something, we use what? We use something called as aura if. Aura if, you need to declare an attribute for the aura if, right? Where you can control this if function. You can control this if functions. All these if functions can be controlled, right? So whenever you want to go ahead and hide something and display something, right? I will go ahead and I will first declare a Boolean variable, right? Aura attribute. Aura attribute. Name equals to, keep watching. Name equals to, right? Name equals to what? Flag. Default. Default equals to true. Default equals to true. Type equals to Boolean. So I declare a Boolean variable, type is true. Aura if, wait, this is the way aura is written. Aura if is true is equals to what? Equals to the variable. Yes, my variable is what? Flag. Exclamation v dot flag. Is the flag is true? Yes, flag is true. Then whatever will be inside it, it will display. For example, I am setting the value to false starting. On the page, this whole lightning card will not be visible. On the page, whole lightning card will, this whole piece will not be visible because the flag is what? False. Default value of the flag is false. Is true equals to false? No, true should be equals to true. False. This piece will not be visible to you. Anything inside the true. Controllers. Now I'm going to the controller. Once I get the data, then I will set components. COMPONENT. Component.set. Component.set. V dot. What is that? Flag. I will set it to true. What is that? Yes. Set it to true. Right? Finally, I'm setting it to true. I'm setting the value to true. I can put in quotes. I cannot put in quotes. That's okay. Now, LA, go ahead and update the Boolean. Where is that? Right? close this. See, bottom piece is not coming because false. Once I fill the data, Rupam, age 33, I hit submit, then only it comes. Earlier it was hidden because the value was false. In the aura, if the value was false. When the page load, employee details is not shown, the child component is not shown. When I hit the button, I set the value to true. When it's true, then only it will be false. False will be changed to true. Whenever you want to change false to true, false, true, false, false, true, it will keep on showing off, on, off. You can now just need to set this data has to be set from false to true. Whichever scenario you will set it to false, it will be not be visible. If you set it to true, anything inside that aura if will be shown as. This is the way you disable a link, you hide a link, you display a link. Nobody can see that link. Gone. The link will vanish. The whole, anything you write inside it will whole vanish. See, I made the whole card vanish. Only when the data is there, whenever the count size is more than, when the size is more than, when the count size is more than something, then only I want to show this. You can do that. Right?
Yes. I got an idea.
Now you got an idea how to do this
yes.
requirement? There we go.
Yes.
It's
Thanks,
very good.
Rupam.
It's perfect. Others got an idea how to do it? Yes,
Rupam.
everyone. Right. Perfect. Anyone has any other questions? Anyone else have any other questions? Anyone? Any other questions?
Navigation and dynamic component both are same or different? Navigate,
What is
event,
that?
and all.
Once again.
Navigate.
Those are all same. Those are all same. There is no difference in that. Those are always same. There is no difference in that. Right? There is no difference in that. Right?
Okay.
Perfect. Thank you, guys. That's it for today. From here, do the homework. Try to put your effort in the homework. How to display this card, how to display this, and by the way, how to disable this button, how to enable this button. Right? I was also trying to show you this. Right? Developers, you guys wait. You do not leave the class unless I tell you. Okay?
Sure, sir.
Right. So there we go. When you go to your lightning buttons, for example, button icon, see, you can change the color to fades. Same button, you can see that faded. Click, unclickable, clickable, unclickable, clickable, unclickable, clickable, unclickable. See, and it's here. Just check the command. See, setting disabled. Can you see? Disabled. Disabled. How is disable equals to true? Just set the disable equals to true. That's it. Nothing. Automatically the button will be there, but it will be in a disabled mode button. That means nobody can click. If that attribute value is equal to 0, right? Here v dot flag. That means in the flag, if the attribute value is 0, set v dot flag to true. Immediately the button will be disabled. Else component dot set v dot flag equals to false. Then disabled will be false and button will be activated. Whenever the number is greater than 0, button is activated. Whenever the value cart value is less than 1 less than 0, then set disable to true. See, either you can completely remove the button, then use or if. Otherwise, set the same flag value to the button. Disable the button icon. Disable the button. Disable equals to true. Rupam, in the button, do I have this? Go to the specification and check. Disabled equals to true. See, same thing. Now I can disable the button. Based on the second button can be disabled, right? You can do this, anything. You can use this flag. Where is the button, right? Here in the child. In the parent, I can use the same flag. I'm showing you a sample, right? Parent, I'm declaring a flag. First is false. 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 Where is the button? Here is the button. Variant. What is the property? Right? Everything is available. Disabled. Disabled equals to, disable equals to, what is that? Disable equals to, okay. Disable equals to exclamation v dot flag. First time false. Disable equals to false. That means button is visible. You enter the data, you hit the save button. As soon as you hit the save button, I want the button to be disabled so that next time you cannot. So I will say component.set. component component.set. Set what? Set v dot. What is that? I created a flag. Set it to true. What is that? Here, v dot flag. Set it to true. The button will be disabled. Once you fill the data, you hit the save button. Next time you cannot hit submit button or whichever the button I've created. Go ahead and check. Come here. Same thing. First time the button submit is enabled. You fill the data, RUPM Rupam, age 23, hit save, the button got disabled, you see. Second time you cannot submit. Submit button is there, but it's disabled. This is what you want. Second way, that is also I shown you. You want to hide this button. Put this inside or if. And then Rupam, hide it completely. Then you know or if. Write this inside or if. That means wherever the button is, this button, inside the aura set, I will write aura if. Can I write? Yes. Aura if. I'll put the button inside aura if. See, first time you click submit, after that you cannot click submit anymore. You disabled it. Guys, able to understand? Everyone, I can do with aura if also. Aura if is true. I can use the same flag. Is true equals to what? This time I'm using the flag. Exclamation v dot flag. First is false. Here, false means not visible. That means as the page load, button itself will vanish. See, Control S. Because true equals to v dot flag is false. Now, as soon as the page load, the button itself will be not visible. See, button itself is not there. Start button is not there. Whenever I set it to true, so if we declare true in the flag with the controller, we change to false. But if it's hidden, we set false with the controller, we set to true. You have two things: either you remove it or you disable it. You have two options. Now I removed it. Right? I will set it to now. No, Rupam, how can I click submit? So set it to true, no. And in the controller, set it to false. Parent. Set it to false. False. Now you see that. Next, after you click the submit button, button will disappear immediately. Starting page load, button appear. I said disable. Then I have to go ahead and remove. I cannot use both. If you want to use both, then be careful. So I'm removing disable. See, or declare two 2 flags. Don't try to depend on one flag. Declare 2 flags. Flag 1, flag 2. See, now the button is enabled. You fill the name, Rupam, fill, right, 88. As soon as I hit the submit button is gone. See, with the Aura if. Aura if is for hiding and showing. Hiding, showing, hiding, showing. Disable, activate, inactivate. Your wish. Everyone clear? Everyone clear? Everyone clear? Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Rupam.
Right. So with the, see, so simple things. It's not that hard. You can hide the whole card. You can hide the whole component. Right. So that's it, guys, for today. Thank you. Let's meet on next Saturday at morning, right? 8:30 as usual your time. Right. I will start interface. I will start interface, lightning interface. I'll start lightning interface. Important concept again. So thank you. Have a nice and wonderful day. Everyone can leave except DevLabs. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Rupam.
Welcome.